The North Sea is no ordinary sea. It is a battlefield. A single mistake here can put your life or the lives of your companions at risk. Many call this terrifying body of water a battlefield. People use all their skills to survive here. Even an ordinary sailor can become a skilled and experienced sailor here. Someone may gain experience and return here, and someone may lose their life. This is a place where there is no room for mistakes. Even if you make a single mistake, you may have to pay for it with your life. But do you know why this sea area is so dangerous? Is it just waves or something more terrible happens here? In today's video, we are going to show why the North Sea is so terrible and dangerous, why a single mistake can take your life. The North Sea is a sea that is surrounded by land on three sides. The North Sea is a coastal part of the Atlantic Ocean. It is located between Great Britain, Scandinavia, Germany, the Netherlands, Belgium, and France. It is very rich in natural resources because there is a huge amount of marine life here. Oil and gas reserves. It also plays a very important role in trade and fishing. The North Sea is surrounded by the waters of the Atlantic Ocean and the Arctic Ocean to the northwest and west. This North Sea becomes even more dangerous because the huge waves coming from the Atlantic Ocean come directly to this area and fall on the shore. These waves are so strong that many of the large ships that have faced them to this day have not found any trace. Not only that, the cold winds coming from the Arctic Ocean also make this sea more cruel. This cold wind brings the water down below 0 degrees. Even in the summer, the water temperature here is around 0. And in winter, the situation is even more terrible, but it is not limited to this. The nature of the North is completely unpredictable. Sudden changes in weather, fog, and even in summer, the water suddenly reaches -5 degrees Celsius. Everything is possible here. No one can say when it will happen. Even large ships have been seen to suddenly disappear many times. Some say they may be lost in the womb of huge waves. Others say that there are some huge aquatic animals here that are bigger than individual ships, and these accidents happen because of them. In February 2023, a terrible accident occurred in the North Sea, a short distance from the German coast. Due to bad weather, 2 cargo ships collided head-on. Later, the body of a sailor was recovered from the water. However, surprisingly, no one realized what had happened for a few hours after the accident. Because that day, the North Sea was covered in thick fog. No one could see anything even 10 meters away. Later, when the body washed ashore due to the impact of the waves, people realized that something had happened. Then, the search began from there by sending an esteemer. The true nature of the incident was understood only when the investigation began, and it was learned that the collision occurred between 2 large ships. There were about 250 people on both ships. However, only 1 body was found. That too had washed ashore on its own. The collision occurred about 22 kilometers southwest of the island of Heligoland in the North Sea. After the incident, Germany's Central Command for Maritime Emergencies identified both ships and started a search. While one could be rescued, the other could not be found. It is known that the ship sank after the collision. The sunken ship was small and had more people on board, but no one was found. This information was confirmed by the German Maritime Search and Rescue Service. The ship's name was MV Variety, and the search for the missing was conducted for 3 days. But the search was called off on the 3rd day after no trace was found. This accident that occurred in 2023 was no ordinary incident, because the ship named MB Verity was heading from the German city of Bremen to the port of Imminghot in England and was flying the flag of the United Kingdom. The ship was carrying 1,300 cubic meters of diesel, which was completely destroyed in the collision. But now, you may be wondering why the government here does not take any action even after such a big accident, which causes ships to sink. Storms and foggy winters in the evening can easily overwhelm large ships. Since the sea is shallow, the currents here change very quickly and flow in multiple directions at once. As a result, it becomes almost impossible to control the ship. Sometimes the ship's hull is under strong pressure on its own, due to which the ship breaks apart from the middle. Many tourists who have had bad experiences here have written to the government to ban shipping in the North Sea, but reality says that this is not possible, because the North Sea is a major pillar of the economy of this region. If this waterway is closed, about 65% of the trade in this region will come to a standstill. In addition, various comments about the North Sea have given rise to controversy and belief. According to some people in Germany, this sea is dangerous only for those who want to cross it without proper respect and preparation. In addition, some people say that the North Sea sometimes decides on its own to attack. This may sound strange to hear, but it happened once. When a Dutch fisherman was hauling his nets aboard at night, his eyes fell on a huge wave. The wave was so big that it crashed into one side of the beam trawler at the back of his fishing vessel. The impact of the wave broke one of the two huge pillars of the ship. After much effort, they managed to escape from that place. But the moment the ship got out of the grip of the wave and started moving straight, just then, a member of the team said, "I didn't say I would save this ship. I have fought so many waves." Hearing this, everyone in the team looked at him and said, "We just escaped death. Now be quiet for a while." Still, he didn't stop. He said again, "You don't know anything. I have saved ships from so many big seas. This north is nothing to me." He didn't even finish speaking. Suddenly, there was a huge wave and the ship started to rock terribly. The waves were so strong that everyone on the ship fell over. Many were burned directly. As soon as they fell into the water, they were never found again. This North Sea is truly called a terrible sea. Many compare this sea to a god. The North Sea was once the highway of the Vikings, and they worshipped the North Sea.